Okay, hello people, I'm the Dude, and this is going to be a quick little video summing up the player versus player season. It was 12, if I remember right. It was my first season. As you can tell, I'm wearing the Vibranium reward right now. I got to Vibranium. I got well into Vibranium, actually. My final few battles for the last day, I had an 80% success rate on attack. You can actually tally it up if you want. There's the second page, there's the third page. I had a little over an 80% success rate. To the point where if I'd have kept going, if I hadn't ran out of attacks and I wanted to actually use my, what are they called? Challenge points? Challenge things? These things? If I actually wanted to use these, I might have gotten to Adamantium. Problem was, one, I didn't want to waste the time on it. And two, which kind of links into the first one, I didn't want the reward. Domino looks pretty terrible. The more I look at her, the more terrible she looks. It wasn't worth spending the time just to get Domino, and that's all you get for Adamantium. You don't get anything else, sadly. So it just wasn't worth it, honestly. But with my success rate on the last 2 days, I'm pretty sure I could have gotten Adamantium if I wanted it. In fact, I'm very confident I could have gotten to Adamantium. It just wasn't worth it, bottom line. Domino's looks terrible. So, next PvP season probably shouldn't be a problem either. I should be able to at least get the Vibranium with, little to no effort. I mean, these 185 attacks, 130 of them or so, was just me trying to unlock Sabretooth. If you look at the start of the PvP series that I'm doing, it already, like, the first video shows it at, like, 130 or something like that. So, literally the first 130, I wasn't even trying to increase rating. I was just trying to unlock Sabretooth. So it took me like roughly, what is that? Probably a little bit over. Because I think it's probably more like the first 120 we're unlocking. Because I went from about 800 rating to about 1200 in, like, before the first video, I think. So, but those were really easy joke fights. I was literally just blowing through people. They were the people that were like new to the game and didn't have any items and didn't have any armory and any of that stuff. So that was maybe like 10 fights. So maybe total about 60 fights out of this 185 were actually me increasing rating. Which means in 60 fights I got the Vibranium. That's spread out over like a week and a half or something like that. It was really easy. It's not as hard as people make it out to be. Getting Vibranium is kind of a joke, honestly. And like I said, I had so many wins on that last day, I'm pretty sure I could have gotten Adamantium if I really cared. Honestly. I mean, look at my last 5 fights were all wins. And none of them were even close. I was literally annihilating people on that last day. But I had stuff to do, so, if I didn't have anything to do on that day, I probably would have gotten to Adamantium anyways, just for the hell of it. But I didn't feel like rearranging things in my schedule just to get Adamantium for fucking Domino. I mean, if she looked good at all, or if she wasn't going to be unlocked anyways in like a month and a half or something like that, that's the way the game works. The Adamantium reward is unlocked for everyone in like, I think it's like a month or 2 months or something like that. So who cares? It wasn't worth it, honestly. The rewards sucked. So, yeah, I got the Vibranium without even really trying, would be the basic gist. 14-15 is where I ended. Like I said, I'm wearing the reward. I got 2 of them, Scrapper and Powered Armor. For some reason, I don't know why I have 2, but it's fine. I tested it out. You hover over the rest button, and then a little pop-up pops up above it, and then you click that, and you get the Scrapper advantage for free. Normally, you'd have to attack an Infiltrator to get it. With this armor, you just press the button and you get it for free, so whatever. Scrapper advantage. The Scrapper class isn't bad in and of itself, because there are a lot of Infiltrators, but the advantage is one of the worst in the game, so it's kind of counterbalanced as to how useful Scrapper is. All you get is an extra Brawl. That's it. So every time I attack and I, activate that advantage thing, I get a free Brawl. And Brawl doesn't do anything other than a little bit of damage, so, I don't know. Whatever. I don't know how much I'll actually use this thing. The weapon is garbage, this thing. I tried it out. It's stupid as hell. Beyond Corp can opener. So basically this PvP season is pretty bad, now that I think about it. The Empowered ISO armor, it's not useless, but it's definitely not good. It's not like Infiltrator bonus or Tactician bonus or Bruiser bonus or any of that stuff, where it's unequivocally good. It's pretty mediocre, situational, whatever you want to call it. The can opener's terrible, Domino's terrible. The rewards were just really bad for this season. Honestly. Which is too bad, because last season, when I first started playing the game, the last PvP season, PvP 11, was going for like a week. I had like a week to play that season when I literally first started playing the game when I was like level 1. So there was no chance of me getting any of those rewards, which is too bad because they were actually good. The Mystic, unequivocally good. The Infiltrator Empowered Armor, extremely good. Probably the second best, would be my guess, behind Tactician, which hasn't been released yet. And then the Hero Spiral seems really good. Obviously I haven't got her yet, but she seems really good. She's going to be released in like an hour or something like that. So it's too bad I didn't start earlier, start playing the game like a month earlier or something like that, because I could have had those rewards instead of this garbage. Instead of the fucking useless can opener and the fucking scrapper armor, I'd have Infiltrator armor, which I would be wearing. I'd have the Mystic, which is extremely good, and I might even have Spiral. Because like I said, getting to Adamantium was not out of my reach. It was very possible. So, yeah. Oh yeah, side note, my defensive team tanked crazy hard the last few days. It was a champ throughout, the whole season until the last 2 days. And then it just lost constantly. Loss. All 4 of these are losses. That was a win at the end for 23. I don't know what happened to that guy. Maybe he lost connection or something. I don't know. But my defensive team went from like a 90% success rate until the last 2 days. And then it dropped to about a 50% success rate overall because of all of the losses. So, oh well. I'll take that though. Some people said their defensive teams never win. As in literally never. 100% loss rate. No matter what point of the season it was. So I'm very happy with 50%. Even with all the losses in the last 2 days. So, yeah. It's really disappointing that I didn't start last season. I'm really kicking myself. Because the Mystic is that fucking good. Every single fight that they have the Mystic, I have to work around it. Every single time. And on certain team setups, it is extremely strong. Like with Green Hulk, who was really popular, it is really, really strong. I seriously wish I had the Mystic and the Infiltrator armor and Spiral, but no, I start on a season where they give you complete garbage. So, that's lovely. I'm hoping the next season is the Tactician armor, because that's going to be the best armor. Once that comes out, the Tactician Empowered armor, you're going to see everyone using it with the snappy, with the, what is it called, the quick Empowered ISO. That'll give them a free buff turned into a quick action, along with all their other quick actions. And they'll have the Tactician advantage, which is the best advantage in the game. So, yeah, you're going to see it everywhere. And I definitely want it. It's going to be good. But anyways, yeah, 14-15, final rating or whatever. Vibranium without even really trying. Literally without even trying. It's not like I went out of my way to struggle. It wasn't like a war of attrition like people say it is to get the Vibranium. No, it was really easy. I'm not exaggerating. It was extremely easy to get the Vibranium. And like I said, I was halfway to fucking Adamantium. Vibranium is 1250, and then Adamantium's 1550. I was above 1400. So I was literally halfway to Adamantium. I just ran out of time. It was 2 days ago that the season ended. I just had stuff to do. It's in between Thanksgiving and Christmas, I have things to do. So otherwise, I literally probably would have gotten Adamantium. Let's see, what else? Is there anything else to talk about? I don't think so. The next videos are going to be just random teams. Now that the season's over, it doesn't matter what you do in player versus player. because you can't gain or lose rating until there's another season. So I'm just going to do all kinds of random fights with random teams and see what happens. Who knows, maybe I'll find a better one. It's hard to fathom a better one because Nightcrawler is a free Mystic, and Red Hulk is probably the best non-passive tank in the game. So it's hard to fathom them being replaced on this team. Maybe it's possible that I'll find someone better. I don't know. I don't know, honestly. But at the very least, I'm going to try out a whole bunch of different teams and just see what happens, you know? Blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah, my bonuses for the end of the season. Hasn't really changed much. I think I got a couple of more PvP spin items. These are PvP, that's PvP, that is... I don't remember where I got those, but they're not bought. Those are all either, they're either daily or PvP. That's PvP, those are PvP. These are all silver items, the Dark Elf masks. So, yeah, there's nothing that's gold bought on any of my pages at all. Do I have anything new? No, I don't have anything new. Yeah, okay, so that's all old crap. How much is this worth? Wow. The bonus on that is terrible for some reason. Huh. I don't know. But anyways, none of my stuff is pay to win or any of that crap. And then my heroes, I think I have about a fourth of them total at the moment. Maybe a little bit less than that, like a fifth of them total. So my hero bonus and my armory bonus aren't anything special. In case you're wondering, oh, he got the vibranium so easy because he's got, amazing bonuses. No, they're nothing special at all. And my items are terrible. I still have to use the damn toolkit, which anyone who has a passive protect item, they don't use the toolkit anymore. In fact, I can't remember the last time I saw someone other than me using the toolkit in player versus player. They all have passive items. Now that they've nerfed the toolkit, no one uses it anymore. So, I'm literally behind the curve as far as items go. 100%, sadly. Can't do anything about it because all of the good items are exclusive. Which is irritating as hell. So yeah, if I can get to it with these bonuses and the shitty items I have, you can get the vibranium too. It's not that hard. It was really easy. Let's see. Team. I guess I can go over some of the more popular heroes and how to beat them. Or how I beat them. Cyclops was decently popular. He's really not a problem. Or at least he wasn't for my team. All he does is give them the flank bonus. That's his biggest strength. Which gives them a double, which means Red Hulk gets double absorb energy. So, against my team, he really wasn't a problem. The counterattacks, again, Hulk just gets more absorb energy. So, what would normally be free damage from flanking and from combat awareness, he just feeds into Red Hulk, is all he does. So, he really wasn't a problem. Let's see. None of those are really popular. None of those were really popular. Elektra was everywhere. I'm not sure how you counter Elektra, honestly. On the plus side, she's really not that strong early. She has to stack up those bleeds for it to start to be a problem. So it's not like she's going to blow up your team in the first 2 rounds or something like that. She becomes a problem on like round 3 and round 4. If the game actually lasts that long, she becomes a problem. Until then, she's just, consistent slow damage. So, I don't know how to counter her, but you don't really need to, basically. I never really had much problem with her. Let's see. Green Hulk was fucking everywhere because of his Warbringer proc or whatever. The higher I got in rating, the more I saw Green Hulk. He was literally every other fight. And I didn't have much problem with him as my wins on attack showed. But I don't know. I don't really see why he was so popular. I mean, I don't even have a way to remove Warbringer, War Frenzy, whatever the hell it's called, but a lot of people do. Like scroll the angle up or cube or just remove buffs on one of your heroes. Who removes buffs? Black Widow can. There's a bunch of them that can. But any of that stuff would remove his only advantage. So, I didn't even have that, and I still didn't have a problem with him. For the most part. So, yeah, he was really popular. Like I said, the best way to counter him is just remove the Warbringer stuff and the Hulk ups. Remove them with any kind of buff removal thing. Rescue can do it too. I think, who else can do it? There's a lot of people. You can look it up. But, yeah, he just really wasn't that big of a problem. But he was really popular. Who else? Wolverine was pretty popular. Pious Prayer completely countered him. I didn't even have to worry about Wolverine. Rogue was somewhat popular. Nah, not really. I saw her like a couple of times. Psylocke was really popular. Again, Red Hulk just countered her hard. She has low base damage, and she gives the team free follow-ups. Every time they follow up, I get a double absorb energy. It's kind of like, it's the same problem with Cyclops. She sucks against Red Hulk, so maybe she's good otherwise, but against Red Hulk, she's a joke. She was really popular. Who else? Blah, blah, blah. Rescue was really popular. She's irritating as hell. She's not game-breaking, but she is really hard. Because she just has so much support built in. This is a free scroll, the Angolob. This gives the whole team Fortified and a shield, and it restores health over time. This gives her Protect, and every time she protects, she gets a big giant-ass shield every single time. So every time you attack, she jumps in front, she gets a big-ass shield. You barely break down the shield, and you do a little bit of damage to her every single time you attack. Her move pool is just really good. And she's a tactician, and she's got, what, 2 quick actions? No, that one gives her a free turn. So that one gives her a free turn, that one's a quick action. These are the only 2 that she doesn't get literally for free. And if you put Quick Empowered ISO on her, one of those becomes a quick action, so she gets tons of free turns. She's just the unequivocal best support in the game. No one else comes close, honestly. But yeah, she was everywhere. She's a pain in the ass. Like I said, she's not game-breaking. It's not like, oh, it's Rescue, I'm gonna lose. She just drags out fights a lot, honestly. I mean, she helps her team win, that's true, but mostly she just makes fights last fucking forever. Let's see. None of those were really there very much. And then that's Doom. So those were the popular ones. Best way to counter them, Exhaust for Rescue would be the best way to counter her by far. Because the reason she's so strong is she gets 2 quick actions. That gives her a free turn. Tactician bonus gives her a free turn. If you exhaust her, she goes from getting like 3 to 4 moves every single turn to getting 1. Which isn't a problem. So exhaust hard counters her. Like I said, the best way to counter Green Hulk is just to remove his buffs. Best way to counter Psylocke? Have Red Hulk, I guess? I don't know. She's really not a problem. Her base damage is terrible, and she doesn't really do much, honestly. So, I don't know. I don't even know why she's so popular. I'm missing something. Who else? Wolverine, have Pious Prayer, I guess? Or have a way to remove bleeds? Or be immune to bleeds? Any way you can counter bleeds, he becomes a joke. He has to have bleeds. He stacks up those bleeds, and then Berserker Frenzy hits for like 70% of your health, or something like that, because of exploit bleeds. Without the bleeds, his damage becomes a joke. So, if you can counter the bleeds, you can counter Wolverine. I think that was it. Oh yeah, Quicksilver was pretty popular. Again, Red Hulk hard countered him. All Quicksilver does is get a lot of turns. He doesn't do a lot of damage. He just gets a lot of turns in a row. Every time he'd attack, Red Hulk would block, and he'd absorb energy, and he'd get more health back than Quicksilver was doing in damage. So, yeah. I guess, again, Red Hulk counters him. Also, Exhaust would counter him, too, because he couldn't get his multiple turns, I think. Takes 2 actions every round. Yeah, I think Exhaust would counter his free turns. Although I don't know for sure. But yeah, those are probably the most popular, and I guess how to counter them, kind of. I don't know. Whatever. I didn't have much trouble in PvP, so it's hard to say what is actually difficult for other people. I guess my real advice is get Red Hulk. That's, at the end of the day, that's my advice. Get Red Hulk. Get him, love him, use him. He's amazing. He's ridiculous. He is extremely, ridiculously underrated. The most underrated hero in this entire game, by far. Nothing comes close. By far and away. And he looks badass, and he's fun to use, because he's got a lot of random, chance effects, but he's also consistent at protecting. Like Gamma Bomb, you could get an amazing one and it could win you the fight, or you could get a terrible one, you never know. Meltdown, you can kind of count on when that's going to happen, but at the same time, you can't count on how many turns they're going to get. So if you're at 50%, at any given time, you could melt down, basically. You really have to watch that, but even Meltdown has won me fights before. So, I don't know. And it's really fun using Bunker Buster and just blowing away like 80% of their health or something like that on a really good Bunker Buster. He's just a really cool character, honestly. He's really good. So yeah, the ones I'm going to buy next. Definitely Spiral. She'll be on sale in an hour, I think it is. Where is she? Spiral. Well, 40 minutes. I'm going to save up and buy her next, definitely. I want Rogue. She looks really good. I think that's it for the ones I'm going to buy next. Wolverine eventually. Green Hulk eventually, just because I want to try him out. Especially with Red Hulk. Green Hulk and Red Hulk together sound like they'd be insane. I mean, Green Hulk could be giving Red Hulk War Frenzy to boost his damage. Red Hulk will be tanking for Green Hulk and giving him wide open. It sounds like it'd be a really good team. Plus, it'd look badass, too. You got Green Hulk on your right and Red Hulk on your left. Shit. That'd be badass. So, yeah, I've got to try that. So, I'm going to get probably the next one, Spiral, Rogue, and then Green Hulk. Probably in that order. But, yeah, that's probably it. I hope the next season has better rewards. That's all I can say, honestly. Because this season's rewards were fucking terrible. But, can't do shit about it. Anyways, Vibranium, yay! I got what I wanted, honestly. I wanted Vibranium. I didn't want Adamantium in the first place. I probably could have got it, but I didn't really want it, so who cares. I'll see you guys next time. I had a little over an 80% success rate. To the point where, if I'd have kept going, if I hadn't ran out of attacks, and I wanted to actually use my, what are they called? Challenge points? Challenge things? These things? If I actually wanted to use these, I might have gotten to Adamantium. Problem was, one, I didn't want to waste the time on it, and two, which kind of links into the first one, I didn't want the reward. Domino looks pretty terrible. The more I look at her, the more terrible she looks. It wasn't worth spending the time just to get Domino, and that's all you get for Adamantium. You don't get anything else, sadly. Series that I'm doing, it already, like, the first video shows it at, like, 130 or something like that, so literally the first 130, I wasn't even trying to increase rating. I was just trying to unlock Sabretooth. So it took me, like, roughly, what is that? Probably a little bit over, because I think it's probably more like the first 120 we're unlocking, because I went from about 800 rating to about 1200 in, like, before the first video, I think. So, but those were really easy joke fights. I was literally just blowing through people. They were the people that were, like, new to the game and didn't have any items and didn't have any armory and any of that stuff. So that was maybe like 10 fights. So maybe total about 60 fights out of this 185 were actually me increasing rating. Which means in 60 fights I got the Vibranium. That's spread out over like a week and a half or something like that. It was really easy. It's not as hard as people make it out to be. Getting Vibranium is kind of a joke, honestly. And like I said, I had so many wins on that last day, I'm pretty sure I could have gotten Adamantium if I really cared. Honestly. I mean, look at my last... Okay, hello people, I'm the Dude, and this is going to be a quick little video summing up the player versus player season. It was 12, if I remember right. It was my first season. As you can tell, I'm wearing the Vibranium reward right now. I got to Vibranium. I got well into Vibranium, actually. My final few battles for the last day, I had an 80% success rate on attack. You can actually tally it up if you want. There's the second page, there's the third page. So it just wasn't worth it, honestly. But literally with my success rate on the last 2 days, I'm pretty sure I could have gotten Adamantium if I wanted it. In fact, I'm very confident I could have gotten to adamantium. It just wasn't worth it, bottom line. Dominoes looks terrible. So, next PvP season probably shouldn't be a problem either. I should be able to at least get to vibranium with, little to no effort. I mean, these 185 attacks, 130 of them or so was just me trying to unlock Sabretooth. If you look at the start of the PvP